Hi, we're Gina and Steven. In April 2021, we took a leap from the conventional and sold all our belongings, downsized our life to travel, to look for new ways to live deeper.
It's got something that tastes familiar, but I can't tell you.
Oh boy.
After 11 countries visited, including Spain, Ireland, Morocco, Turkey, and Cyprus, to name a few, we have found we loved this nomadic life and are ready to explore a whole new part of the world in 2022. If you're new to our channel, join us for the next 4 months as we find new ways to 10x our life in Southeast Asia.
We're living deeper. There you are. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today we're in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Next week we're going to be in Vietnam. But at the same time, our Thai visa is going to expire. So today we have to go to the Chiang Mai Immigration Office to apply for a visa extension. Otherwise, we won't be able to get back in the country next week.
That's right. Yeah, I don't even know what could go wrong. I mean, it's going to be great. What could possibly go wrong? Stay tuned.
Immigration Office. We've heard so many different reports about complication of this process. So Gina and I got up really early this morning and got down here at about 7:15 this morning. Even though the office doesn't open until 8 o'clock in the morning, there are already several people here. It looks like we got number 5 in line, which is huge. Okay, find these forms, we should be good. As it stands right now, you get a 30-day visa when you come into Thailand. You can get a 60-day extension beyond that, which is what we would want so that we could be here a total of 3 months. But right now, to get this visa extension, there are 4 forms that need to be filled out. The first is an application for the extension. Then you say that you're opting for a tourist extension. Then there are 2 additional forms that are acknowledgement forms. One is an acknowledgement of penalties for overstaying your visa. For example, if you overstay more than 90 days, you're forbidden from re-entering the country or the kingdom for 1 year. If you overstay for more than 5 years, forbidden from re-entering the kingdom for 10 years. So you're just acknowledging that you understand that is the penalty. The next is an acknowledgement of the terms and conditions for your stay. It gives reasons why your visa would be terminated, including things like they decide to change the rules at some point, then they can terminate your visa. And then the last one is an affidavit for continuing stay in the country. And this was set up as a result of COVID-19 to grant tourists a longer time to stay if, for example, for some reason, because of COVID-19, they could not get back to their own country. So we'll kind of see how that one plays out today, because COVID-19 isn't necessarily at play in terms of us and this extension that we've got today.
Steven is videotaping because it's a great way for him to not have to fill out these forms. Because in the 30 years that we've been together, this has a visceral reaction for him. So my job is to help keep him from having any kind of anxiety around paperwork. So I do all the paperwork filling out.
To be honest, I would prefer to do the paperwork, but someone has to document this for the greater well-being. Turns out getting here early is a really good idea. We've definitely heard reports of people in line and waiting for over 8 hours, and so the idea is to get here super early to get one of the first tickets in the queue so that you can be assured of going that day. If you have 1 day to get this done like we do, we couldn't afford to be late.
Visa extension, everyone have to complete form number 1 in the tray. In the basket.
Things were going pretty smoothly. We found out the first step is to go and see this gentleman at this front desk right here, and he goes through your paperwork and lets you know if there's anything that you are missing. Turns out we were missing a form that was not on the list of the 4 that I just walked you through.
I didn't see a TN30 sign out there. Oh.
called a TM30 form, and it is verified proof that you do have a place to stay while you're in Thailand. Ideally, when you get your Airbnb in Thailand, they should give you a signed form already at the time.
Yes.
To preclude all this stuff. So apparently the hotel is required to register you with the government so that
Right.
if you want to get an extension, you'll already have that sheet of paper and you won't have to call or do any of those things. So I'm not sure why that didn't happen, but
Yeah, I think it was a misstep. We didn't know about it, and obviously I think she should have known about it. There is a moral to the story on that one.
the lady who is renting us our Airbnb actually needs to come down physically
Yeah.
to the immigration building. That's the TM30 Immigration Office, which was behind the building that we were just waiting in line at, to kind of sign an affidavit that we do officially have a legal place to stay right now.
And so she said, I'll be there in 30 minutes. I'm like, okay.
So we'll get that M30 form and then we'll go back.
Oh no, I think we have to go back over there.
Oh, we got to go back to the M30 office, get that form signed. Then we go
And
back
copied.
and copied at the copy place.
And then we'll go here.
And then we'll go back to our nice guy, tap him on the shoulder.
He'll complete the paperwork, and then we have to go to another place.
So hopefully we won't have to wait back in that whole huge line, and literally we can tap and then he'll send us inside.
Yeah.
So we're in the final queue. We think we have all the forms that we're supposed to have. We have our
was
TM30.
interesting.
We'll fill you in about what all was required to make that happen.
In Thailand,
It's basically illegal.
it is illegal to run an Airbnb.
They actually just
This
said
said
a
something.
number.
It's like Charlie Brown. So if you didn't understand it, we didn't understand
It's
it.
Charlie Brown with reverb, which makes it even worse.
Somebody stood up and actually did something after they said it, so they obviously understood it. This is Brock from Hawaii, everybody. And we're all hanging out here at the immigration office. That's right. We're going to get them.
I feel like I'm in the DMV too. As soon as Thailand opened up, we're just like, all right, we're gonna go. I don't care. I don't care if they're gonna give me a cavity search. Like, I need to go to Thailand.
Search, I just got that.
We're going on 5 months now, and I mean, this is just a dance you gotta do
Yeah.
in order to stay. It's for me and my brother. We want to learn Thai.
Oh.
Yeah, we love to, go out to like the far-flung areas of the country.
Yeah, yeah.
Where there's no tourists and you have to speak Thai. We're
Yeah.
gonna do the education visa.
So why do you guys travel?
Oh, to traveling. I mean, for us,
It's good culture, you know, you just see different cultures and you're not in the box.
no school can teach you, no curriculum, no college, no, it's experience. And I mean, like, it teaches you life lessons. Like, I'm an American, so like, we have like first world problems where it's just like, oh, my Wi-Fi doesn't work. But like, we went to the southern south of Thailand in this like really small fishing village, and it's examples where you see people just like happy with very little that make you really appreciate life. What am I kinking in? It just renews a continued perspective that we always want.
Yeah. What does it mean to live deeper?
Live deeper, living deeper. That's actually a great question. I think living deeper is like, it's like connecting on more than a superficial level.
Yeah.
I think
Connecting
like,
through food, seeing the people,
yeah,
the
like
things you've never seen before.
we love food, so it's like
That's how we connect.
living deeper through food is like sharing a meal and connecting and sharing like your struggle, your problems, your joys, and just enjoying this thing called life.
It's 11:02, and as far as we know, we got our extension. It seems like the 60-day COVID extension might not be a thing when our current extension runs out. That's going to be a month from now, but then at that time, we might be stuck. So to get our 3 months in is going to be potentially pretty tricky.
Yeah. So we're actually going to go to Vietnam and Cambodia, then come back to Thailand and go down south. Yeah, we're not sure what's going to happen because Gina and Steven like to make things slightly complicated.
4 hours.
4
to get
hours,
this whole
which
thing
is
going.
actually not bad.
They talk about lines being around the block.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of a crazy day. In the end, it was successful. We got the visa extension, not the 2-month.
It seems like you can't do the 2-month until you do the extension for 30 days as a U.S. citizen.
Right, so you do your 30 days, then you get your 30-day extension, then you could apply for the 2-month COVID extension.
Except they may not have it.
They may not have it.
Yeah, there's rumors that they're going to be doing away with that COVID extension sometime in May.
what was the moral of the story for today?
It's all good. Just make sure that you have patience and you have time on either side, and to really schedule yourself, because anything can happen at the Chiang Mai Immigration Center.
Quick recap. If you're going to apply for a visa extension while you're staying at an Airbnb for less than 30 days, talk about that with the host up front, because you'll need the paperwork. This is part of traveling, right? The unexpected things come up. Even if you think you've got everything in order, chances are you don't have everything in order, and nothing is the end of the world. Okay, we do have one update to the Airbnb situation. So I think it was 2018, the law was passed regarding Airbnb in Thailand. And what it seems like is this: you can operate an Airbnb if you only keep people for 30 days or more, so no daily or weekly rentals unless it's 30 days or more, and you have to have a hotel license. So the problem the Thai government has with Airbnb is that people are operating for less time than that. They don't have a hotel license. The claim is that it's, pulling people that would be staying at official hotels and things like that. But I think they probably also overlook most of it because it's a huge volume of tourists that come purely because of the Airbnbs. My visa extension office, which is supposed to be a nightmare to apply for our visa extension.
Right, and if we really were going to go somewhere, we were going to go to the Chiang Mai Immigration Office.
Our Thai visa expires, and unless we do something, a visa extension, otherwise we won't be able to get back in the country next week.
That's right.
I'm not moving. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I don't even know what could go wrong. I mean, it's going to be great.